Welcome back. Okay, we're on the Bible, and we're in Genesis 25, starting on verse 13. Now these are the names of the sons of Ishmael by their names according to their family origins. Ishmael's firstborn, Nubaioth, and Kedar, and Adbeel, and Mibsam, and Mishma, and Duman, and Massa, Hadad and Tema, Jetur, Napish, and Kedemash. Holy moly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12? Ishmael had 12 kids? Lucky man. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their courtyards and by their walled camps. 12 chieftains according to their clans. And these are the years of Ishmael's life, 137 years. Then he expired and died and was gathered to his people. And they took up tabernacling from Havilah near Shur, which is in front of Egypt, as far as Assyria. In front of all his brothers he settled down. And this is the history of Isaac, the son of Abraham. Abraham became father to Isaac, and Isaac happened to be 40 years old at his taking Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian, of Padanaram, the sister of Laban the Syrian, as his wife. And Isaac kept on entreating Jehovah, especially for his wife, because she was barren. So Jehovah let himself be entreated for him, and Rebekah his wife became pregnant. And the sons within her began to struggle with each other, so that she said, "If this is the way it is, just why am I alive?" With that she went to inquire of Jehovah. And Jehovah proceeded to say to her, "Two nations are in your belly, and two nations, all groups, will be separated from your inward parts. And in one nation group will be stronger than the other national group, and the older will serve the younger." National group. Gradually her days came to full for giving birth, and look, twins were in her belly. Yeah, twins. Then the first came out red all over like an official garment of hair. So they called his name Esau. 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 And after that his brother came out, and his hand was holding on to the heel of Esau. Oh, and so he called his name Jacob. Pokrash. And Isaac was 60 years old at her giving them birth. And the boys got bigger, and Esau became a man knowing how to hunt, a man of the field, but Jacob a blameless man dwelling in tents. And Isaac had love for Esau, because it meant game in his mouth, whereas Rebekah was a lover of Jacob. Oh, favorites, no bueno. Once Jacob was boiling up some stew when Esau came along from the field, and he was tired. So Esau said to Jacob, "Quick, please, give me a swallow of the red there, for I am tired." That is why his name was called Edom. To this Jacob said, "Sell me, first of all, your right as firstborn." What a rude thing to say. And Esau continued, "Here I am simply going to die, and of what benefit to me is a birthright?" And Jacob added, "Swear to me first of all." And he proceeded to swear to him and to sell his right as firstborn to Jacob. Not a good idea, maybe. And Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew, and he went to eating and drinking. Then he got up and went his way, so Esau despised the birthright. Okay, Genesis 26. Now there arose a famine in the land, besides the first famine that occurred in the days of Abraham, so that Isaac directed himself to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, to Gerar. Then Jehovah appeared to him and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Tabernacle in the land that I designate to you. Reside as an alien in this land, and I shall continue with you and bless you, because to you and to your seed I shall give all these lands, and I will carry out the sworn statement that I swore to Abraham your father. And I will multiply your seed like the stars of the heavens, and I will give to your seed all these lands, and by no means of your seed all nations of the earth will certainly bless themselves. Due to the fact that Abraham listened to my voice and continued to keep his obligations to me, my commands, my statuses, and my laws." So Isaac went on dwelling at Gerar. Well, the men of the place kept asking with respect to his wife, and he would say, "She is my sister," for he was afraid to say my wife for fear that, to quote him, the men of the place should kill me because of Rebekah, because she was attractive in appearance. So it came about that as his days were extended themselves, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, was looking out of the window and taking in sight, and there was Isaac having a good time with Rebekah his wife. At once Abimelech called Isaac and said, "Why, she is no other than your wife, so how is it that you said, 'She is my sister'?" At this Isaac said to him, "I said it for fear I should die on her account." But Abimelech continued, "What is this you have done to us? A little more, and certainly one of the people whom have lain down with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us?" Then Abimelech commanded all the people, saying, "Anybody touching this man and his wife will surely be put to death." Afterward, Isaac, hold on, we gotta make sure Abimelech, began to sow seed in that land, and in that year he was getting up to 100 measures to one, as Jehovah was blessing him. Consequently, the man became great and went on advancing more and more and growing great until he got very great. And he came to have flocks of sheep and herds of cattle and large body of servants, so that the Philistines began to envy him. As for all the wells that the servants of his father had dug in the days of Abraham, his father, these the Philistines stopped up, and they would fill them with dry earth. Jerks. Finally, Abimelech said to Isaac, "Move from your... Move from our neighborhood, because you have grown far stronger than we are." So Isaac moved there and encamped in the torrent valley of Gerar and took up dwelling there. And Isaac proceeded to dig again the wells of water that they had dug in the days of Abraham his father, but which the Philistines went stopping up after Abraham's death. And he resumed calling their names by the names that his father had called them. And the servants of Isaac went on digging in the torrent valley, so that they found there a well of fresh water. And the shepherds of Gerar fell to quarreling with the shepherds of Isaac, saying, "The water is ours." Hence he called the name of the well Esek, because they had contended with him, and they went digging another well, and they fell to quarreling over it also. Hence he called its name Sitnah. Later he moved away from there and dug another well, but they did not quarrel over it. Hence he called its name Rehoboth, and said it because now Jehovah had given him ample room and has made him fruitful in the earth. Then he went up from there to Beersheba, and Jehovah proceeded to appear to him during the night and to say, "I am the God of Abraham your father. Do not be afraid, because I am with you, and I will bless you and multiply your seed on account of Abraham my servant." Accordingly he built an altar there and called on the name of Jehovah and pitched his tent there, and the servants of Isaac went excavating a well there. Later on, Abimelech came to him from Gerar with Ahuzath, his confidential friend, and Phicol, the chief of his army. Phicol and Ahuzath. At this Isaac said to them, "Why have you come to me, seeing that you yourselves hated me and sent me away from your neighborhood?" To this they said, "We have unmistakably seen that Jehovah has proved to be with you. Hence we said, let us please an oath of obligation occur between us, between us and you, and let us conclude a covenant with you, that you will do nothing bad toward us, just as we have not touched you, and just as we have done only good toward you, and that we send you away in peace. You now are the blessed of Jehovah." Then he made a feast for them, and they ate and drank. Next morning they were early in rising, and they made sworn statements one to the other. After that Isaac sent them away, and they went from him in peace. Now on that day it occurred that the servants of Isaac proceeded to come and report to him regarding the well that they had dug, and to say to him, "We have found water." Hence he called its name Sheba. This is why the name of the city is Beersheba down to this day. And Asu grew to be 40 years old. Then he took as wife Judith. And Asu grew to be 40 years old. Then he took his wife as Judith, the daughter of Beri the Hittite, and also Basemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. And they were a source of bitterness of spirit to Isaac and Rebekah. Okay, family. The next part we'll do is Genesis 27, but we finished 26. What do you think? It's interesting, right? All right, there's a lot of dialogue. So let me know what you think. Any differences you notice between this and any other text. Just comment thoughts in general. We all can learn from each other. Theology nerds get it. Okay, family.